Nigerians, we are such a tribalistic people. Like, even though we want to hide in the shadow of saying we love each other and all that, we are very, very tribalistic, and we are very, very sentimental when it comes to this tribe of things. Before you go into any intertribal marriage or inter-ethnic marriage, please, there are so many things you need to consider, especially the disadvantages of such marriages. Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Vicky. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, hi. Please do not make yourself a guest again. Please consider to hit on the red subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn your bell notification so that YouTube will always inform you whenever I post a new video. Please, I am begging you. For my people on this channel, thank you so very much for clicking on this video to watch. You guys, I came today with a kind of topic that is kind of sensitive, or do I say it's sensitive, or some people might actually not agree with me, and that's fine, you get, and some people might be like, yeah, you're saying the right thing and all that, you get. So I'm just going to be talking based on my experience, maybe not personal experience, but my observation of being someone who married intertribally, you get. Because, like, for those of you who are new to my channel and who do not know, I am from Akwa Ibom and my husband is a Lagosian. He's from Lagos State, which means my husband is a Yoruba man, and me, I am from the Ibibio speaking part of Nigeria. Like, we are on two ends. He's from the west, I am from the southern part of Nigeria, and we have a totally different culture, different upbringing, different backgrounds, different belief. Like, a lot of things are so opposite from what we, the people in the southern eastern part of Nigeria, think, and the people in the western part of Nigeria or the northern part of Nigeria, we think. Our thinking might not really be in sync, you get. So these are the kind of things that you have to consider before you start marrying. Some people might not be Yoruba and Igbo like that. Some people might be Igbos and Yoruba, Isoko and Igbos, just mixing up the whole thing. I know one thing about this thing is this intertribal marriage would have really been a good thing, but let us just be honest. Let's not start acting as if we do not know this. Nigerians, we are such a tribalistic people. Like, even though we want to hide in the shadow of saying we love each other and all that, we are very, very tribalistic, and we are very, very sentimental when it comes to this tribe of a thing. So let's not just start deceiving ourselves, you get. So I think that this will bring me to one of the things I will tell you guys. Like, if you're one of those people that are considering getting married to somebody who isn't from your tribe, the first thing you should consider is family consent and acceptance. Before you just get married to this guy, or before you get married to this girl, you have to start asking yourself, are they actually going to accept me wholeheartedly? Because, to be really honest, most of this thing will be favorable to the guy, but to the woman, it is always like majority of the time, it has more disadvantage on the woman who is marrying out of her tribe. The man might find a way, or there's no much drama being a son-in-law, that kind of a thing, but as a woman, you will have to really consider it. So you have to ask yourself, will I be accepted in that family wholeheartedly? Will I be loved, you get? Because some family do not like other tribes. Some family find it very difficult to accept people from other tribes, to accept ladies from other tribes, to accept men from other tribes, because they are very sentimental about it. And if it's not for their people, they're actually not going to take it. The next thing you're supposed to be considering is family rights. Like, the fact that we all have different things we believe in, the things that happen in our family, as a Yoruba person, or as an Hausa person, an Igbo person, Isoko person, thief, all those things. You have to find out what are the rights, what are the family rights. Like, for instance, now when it comes to the Yorubas now, you know that if you give birth, like, you're married into a typical Yoruba family, be rest assured that your child will be named in your parents' in-laws' house, you get, and there's nothing like negotiation about that one. So are these kind of the things that you want to accept? Are these kind of things that you will agree? This brings me to the point of the need to sacrifice and compromise, because in a relationship, in a marriage situation of different category, like different tribes and different upbringing, you have to learn to be sacrificial. Like, you have to sacrifice and let go of a lot of things. You have to relearn and unlearn some things just to be able to live peacefully and amicably in your home as a married couple. Because I feel like first of all, the thing you're even supposed to consider before you get married are the both of you, like the husband and wife, ready to compromise? If you are not ready to compromise, then going to other tribes to get married is a no-no. Just stay in your tribe, stay in your lane, stay in where you actually know what they do and how they do their things. That would just be the best option. The next, I would say, like a disadvantage in intertribal marriage is language barrier. This brings me to a short story I'll be telling you. I think in my office, we have more of the Yoruba speaking people, and most times they tend to converse in Yoruba language. And sometimes when I tell them that, you people should speak what I understand now, because I personally, I do not understand Yoruba, you understand? And I'm like, you people should speak what I understand now. And then they are telling me that you're married to a Yoruba, you're supposed to understand Yoruba. And I'm like, hello, excuse me, excuse you, is Yoruba an STD? Like, is it a sexually transmitted something that since I'm married to a Yoruba guy, I'm supposed to understand Yoruba? But yeah, there is also that bridge in communication, especially if you're married to a typical Yorubas, where you will have to, where they mostly speak Yoruba in their home. You will always be feeling left out because they are always speaking Yoruba. They are always communicating in a language you do not understand. If you don't even have the slightest understanding of this language, how do you communicate? Especially with in-laws. Like if you're married into a family where your in-laws are not educated, there's a language bridge, there's a barrier in communication. How do you communicate with it? This is part of the disadvantage of it, because sometimes you might be saying one thing and they are thinking you're saying the other thing, because maybe there's a bridge in communication, maybe because your in-laws do not really understand the English you're speaking, which will be the language you want to communicate in. Do you get? So that's part of the thing you also be considering. And then when we talk about language, it is also another problem based on the fact of your kids, the language they will speak. It's always very difficult when you are married to somebody from another tribe. The kids find it very difficult to, like, a little bit difficult to understand, especially their father's language. You get? Because I feel like as a mom in the home, if you really understand your own personal language, you tend to always speak your language. If you're an Igbo woman, you tend to always speak Igbo to your kids, and obviously they tend to want to understand the Igbo very well, because the language of their father becomes a problem for them to learn. It now becomes an intentional act for them to be able to learn that language. Whereas people who are both married from the same place, for instance, if they are Igbos, you're speaking Igbo, so obviously they now understand the language where they come from. But if you are Igbo and you're married to a Yoruba man now, and then you are as an Igbo woman, you're speaking Igbo to your child understands Igbo, and it's finding it difficult now to understand Yoruba. So that language barrier, that bridge now, is always a problem, especially in the part of the children, and is a barrier especially to your in-laws, if your in-laws are not those type of people that understand English. The next thing you're supposed to consider in this case is choice of food. We all are very unique people and different. We have different kind of things like food. Now let us not make this thing a problem. You are married to a certain tribe and maybe you do not like their food. How are you people going to cope? How are you people going to survive? How are you people going to do this thing? You get? Unless, like in my point 3 or said, compromise. You have to learn to compromise, learn to eat your husband's food, and your husband will also learn to eat your food, because I feel like that will always also be like this thing. Some people will be like, oh, I do not like amala, I don't eat amala, blah 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 and all that, and then your husband likes amala as a Yoruba man, you get? Or your husband will be like, oh, I don't eat ofen sala, and you as an Igbo lady, you like ofen sala so much. How are you going to do in those things? These are part of this disadvantage, because now you have to be cooking. It's either you start bending towards accepting what your husband likes and trying to like it by fire by force, or you just tend to, you guys start sharing your pots. Let me cook amala and ewedu for my husband, though, and me, I will cook my ofen salad. You see that division that is there? These are part of the disadvantage of marrying out of your tribe. If it's possible, marry within your tribe. But yeah, I will also campaign for people to marry outside their tribe. Of course, we are all one. Let's learn to love ourselves, you get? So these and so many things are disadvantage, or things you should consider before getting married to someone outside your tribe. What are the things that one should consider before marrying outside their tribe? Please, I want you to leave it in the comment section. Are you married to somebody from your tribe, or are you facing any challenge in marrying since you married somebody outside your tribe? Or would you advise somebody to marry someone outside their tribe? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so very much for watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment in the comment section, and subscribe if you haven't. And also please do well to follow me on my Instagram page at @IAM_Vicky M. I love you guys, and I'll most definitely see you all in my next one. Bye guys.